And welcome back, everyone, and happy birthday to Rafael Ramos, who asked for a very special birthday what if. Now, Rafael, my brother, my dude, my man, it's your birthday. You can get whatever you want. I even asked you. It's like, yeah, I'm going to be very clear with you right now. Do not expect this big story with this what if. Do not expect, do not expect the most in-depth of what ifs, because you asked. Let's be very upfront with each other here, my friend. You asked for a very weird what if. What if Karen Cooper, the little girl that turned into a zombie in the original Night of the Living Dead, became a minion for Lord Zedd from Power Rangers? That is as weird as you can probably make it. Maybe not. I mean, then she turned into a magical unicorn. That's, you can get weirder there, but you know what I mean. That's an out there one, to say the very least. So, because let's be very, very frank here. Doesn't really matter unless you're someone whose power is either rivaling or greater than Lord Zedd's. He just has dominion over you. Doesn't really matter who you are as a minion for a Power Rangers villain, be it Rita, Zedd, whatever. You're going to lose at the end of the day. The Power Rangers are going to win. Unless for some reason he gets, but Darth Vader as a minion for some reason. Somehow he's able to claim dominion over Darth Vader and make him a minion against the Power Rangers. Then we could have a discussion about how badly he could wreck the Power Rangers shop and if the Power Rangers straight out lose. But you have a little girl who's a zombie. And not even a zombie who has any of her mental faculties left. A flesh-eating undead. That's what you have there. So, how did I go about making this at least somewhat of a story? I think, first off, there has to be dimensional shenanigans. Because I highly doubt the Night of the Living Dead takes place in the Power Rangers world. I just don't believe that. That being said, though, it theoretically would make sense on some level, because with all the shit that the Power Rangers have to deal with, giant monsters and all that, it would make sense how no one would hear about it, because it would be kind of low-grade news compared to the giant kaiju attacking the Japanese city in America. So fair enough, but I still don't think it takes place in their world. I think, though, because dimension hopping is very much a thing, even in Power Rangers, you can work with the idea that before she met her end or whatever in the original Night of the Living Dead, something happened and she is transported into the world of the Power Rangers. Now, should be very clear here. The zombies in Night of the Living Dead, as far as I remember, I don't believe they're able to actually spread their zombieism, if you will, the zombie plague, through like bites or contacts. I don't think. Hold on. Zombies in Night of the Living Dead. Night of the Living Dead. Because there's also Day of the Living Dead, City of the Living Dead. And in those movies, the zombie virus can in fact spread through like bites, contacts, all that. So I'm not exactly I'm looking it up right now just to be sure if the zombies can spread the zombie virus, or the zombieism, if you will. Moving fast and even evolving in terms of intelligence, such as film. Let's see here. Characteristics. Oh, reanimation and infection. Here we go. Anyone who dies during a zombie apocalypse, no matter whether bitten or exposed by other zombies, would turn into a zombie. Okay, so no, okay. She can infect. Okay, see, I don't remember. It's been so long since I saw the original. The one and only thing that prevents a human from turning into a zombie upon their death or dying are either massive brain trauma, such as a bullet to the head, or had their brain incapacitated post-mortem. So either way, yes, okay, they can be infected. All right. So this girl maybe shows up. Someone tries to help. The girl attacks them. Maybe she bites them and turns them into a zombie. And slowly but surely, a zombie plague starts. The Power Rangers quickly, try to stop it. Now, the zombies can't kill the Power Rangers. They can't bite through the suits. They got the morphine grid to protect them there. But Zedd is probably watching this happen. And unfortunately, Zordon, this would be one of those things where, like, ethically speaking, the Power Rangers are in a very big dilemma of morality, because their job is not to escalate, which is why I never go straight to the Megazords. or sorry, the Dinozords and the Megazords, or their weapons immediately. But unfortunately, these individuals are already dead and spreading like a plague. So they unfortunately would have to make the very, very uncomfortable choice to waste the zombies that show up. Now, I should note that this would not be the same zombie outbreak that we get in the original Dawn of the Dead or Night of the Living Dead, because it's not the same circumstances. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that they never explain exactly what caused it, but they believe it had to do something with like a meteor flying overhead, and basically the radiation of the meteor basically reawakened the dead, more or less. So that's, I believe, what contrary to early beliefs about zombies, such as voodoo zombies that are living people brainwashed via specific witchcraft, which render them emotionless and corpse-like in appearance, Romero zombies are mindless living corpses that are driven by nothing but instinct to attack any and all living human beings in the immediate vicinity, regardless of their past ties to said individual. They do not feed to satisfy hunger, or even specimens that have been completely disemboweled still desire to feed, as long as the brain functions as present. There we go. Some characteristics speculate possible causes, including radiation from NASA's probe, divine intervention, or viral infection. So yeah, it's never actually fully explained what causes zombie outbreak, but for the sake of argument here, we're not going into a Power Ranger world where there's going to be a zombie outbreak. There might be a small one and they have to do a terrible, terrible thing. Zedd would be watching this, seeing this little girl, and so he just kind of teleports her up there, and the girl's like, it's like, interesting. Oh, my little darling, we're going to have so much fun. Now, but you're so mindless. Let's fix that, shall we? And he basically, because it's Zedd, he's very powerful, would be able to give her mental faculties back on some level. Unfortunately, it's that of a little girl, so she's immediately very upset about A, what's going on, and B, what she remembers doing, killing her mom and eating her mom. So I was like, oh dear, haunted by such tragedies. Let's fix that. We should probably do something about that. And probably he would just turn her into some sort of minion. Now, how is it you're able to infect others? I wonder. And I can't remember his minion's names. I know Goldar was working for him. He basically just completely took over for Rita's position as the main villain of that series for a while. And he basically gets his top guy to basically say, I want you working on help her become more acquainted with this world. See what we can do with those abilities of hers. And so she probably would no longer look like Karen Cooper. She'd probably look like some sort of Power Rangers villain, a female villain that basically, upon contact, would spread her essence and basically just make duplications of herself. That, I think, would be her more like, basically she still spreads like a plague. It's just a plague that just duplicates herself and morphs others into her. And that's what the Power Rangers will ultimately be fighting. I think he'd even try to mass produce this ability with his other monsters, but it doesn't work with them, it only works with her. Because using his magic kind of forces her to become a new monster in and of themselves. Unfortunately, because she still is a little girl at heart, there's still innocence, and they kind of sense something's off with her as they're able to try to force her back and kind of recoup the innocence. Like, you don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to do this. It's like, but I must do this. Ah! It's like, yeah, well, I will devour you, and you will become me. You will all become me. Ah! She possibly goes a little crazy. And, Power Rangers ultimately bring her down. But I think what would happen is, after being defeated, she would probably revert back to her childlike form. She's like just kind of dying again. And it's like, no, not her. It's like, thank you. And just starts to kind of go, and then just dies. So, and by the way, now, to be fair, I turned her a little into a minion and a little into a monster here. Which, to be fair, she's already a monster in this case. I think it's still the logical scenario, the what if goes down. Just because I don't see what she can offer as a minion to Zedd otherwise. Against the Rangers, while they're morphed and turned in their uniforms, she's not going to be able to do anything. She's not going to be able to bite or infect them. Again, we're not in the outbreak of a zombie virus here. We're just in, or zombie plague, at least in Romero's version. We're just in Power Rangers with a zombie on Zedd's team. And we'd have to give her a level of intelligence because she's not a minion otherwise. She has no mental faculties left at that point. So, and then if you give her back her mental faculties, she's a kid. She's going to be freaked the hell out. So you have to alter this to the point where she's going to be willing. And the only way you do that really is by kind of turning her into a monster and just aiming her at the Power Rangers. Now, in theory, if you just let her loose on the school, like when they're not morphed at that point, then yeah, hypothetically she could bite one of them. But they're too good at martial arts and she's got nothing up there to basically be like, she's not fighting, she's you just be kicked into the ground. So she wouldn't have a long run. She wouldn't be very, honestly, her threat, while dangerous, is not world ending because they would probably take care of it very quickly. So I would say, yeah, that's the what if Karen Cooper would become a minion to Lord Zedd. So happy birthday, Raviel. I know you're a long-time viewer, so there you go. Until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.